Book of Heaven, Volume 33, March 4th, 1934. The acts done in the divine will form the ways, embrace the centuries. What it is that forms the prison, the divine engineer and the insuperable artisan. My poor intelligence keeps going around in the divine fiat, to meet with its acts, identify myself with them, court them, love them, and be able to say to it, I hold the love of your acts in my power, therefore I love you just as you love me, and whatever you do, I do as well. Oh, how beautiful it is to be able to say, I have disappeared in the divine will, and therefore its strength, its love, its sanctity, its operating are mine. We take one same step, have one same motion and one same love. And the divine will all in feast seems to say,
How happy I am! I am no longer alone. I feel within myself a heartbeat, a motion, a will that runs within me, and fused together never leaves me alone, and does what I do.
So, while my mind was wandering in the divine volition, I thought to myself, but what is the good that these acts of mine done in the divine will do? While I do nothing, the divine will does everything. And because I am together with it, inside of it, it tells me that I do what it does. And it says so with reason, because being in it and not doing what it does is impossible, because its power is so great as to invest my nothingness and make it do what the all does, nor is it able to or capable of doing otherwise. Then, my sweet Jesus, surprising me with his short little visit, told me,
My little daughter of my will, how beautiful it is! No greater honor can the creature receive than that of being admitted into it. Instance, the littlest acts done in it embrace centuries, and since they are divine, they are invested with such power that whatever one wants to do with them, everything can be done and everything can be obtained. The divine being remains bound in these acts because they are his own acts, and he must give them the value which they deserve. Moreover, you must know that the acts done in my will form the ways that must serve the souls to let them enter into it. And they are so necessary that if heroic souls who live in it don't come out first, in order to form the main avenues of its kingdom, not finding the ways, the generations will not know what to do in order to enter into my will. My daughter, in order to form a city, the ways must be formed first, which form the order that a city must have, and then are the foundations laid to build it up. If the ways, the gates, the communications it must have are not formed, there is the danger for the citizens to form a prison for themselves rather than a city, because not provided with ways, they would not know from where to get out. See how necessary the ways are. Now, the city without ways is the human will, which, enclosed in its own prison, has closed all the ways to enter into the celestial city of my divine will. Now, the soul who enters into it, breaks the prison, knocks down the unhappy city without ways, without exits, and united with the power of my will, divine engineer, she forms the plan of the city, orders the ways, the communications, and my will, acting as insuperable artisan, forms the new citadel of the soul, with such mastery as to form the ways of communication in order to let other souls come in and form many citadels, so as to be able to form a kingdom. The first will be the model of the others. See then what the acts done in my will serve for. They are so necessary to me that without them the way would be missing to let it rain. Therefore, always in my will do I want you. Never go out of it if you want to make your Jesus content.
Fiat.